Okay, today we are at Wind Supply and we are doing a treatment to combat COVID-19. We've been called in to do that and we're doing the entire facility. Today I'm going to introduce you to Governor. He's one of our techs and he's going to talk a little bit about high-touch areas and how you can do that yourselves.
And what I'll be doing today is treating these areas that are high touch, and always for your own protection, please at least have on a safety mask and plastic gloves. And we're going to start in this area here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my rag to protect, to protect the surfaces that I will not be wiping. Those surfaces at some point will be getting a fog, but to start we'll do with our botanical and wipe the high traffic, high touch areas like handrails. Okay. After wiping my rag, it's just a simple wipe down. Handrail, light switches, over and under.
And so what's left on there continues to kill the pathogens, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It has a residual that will kill pathogens, and what we'll do is set up a routine maintenance wipe down for these areas.
Okay.
We do what we can to wipe these areas because at some point, everyone that comes up and down the stairs will make contact with this particular railing.
Next would be probably doorknobs.
We'll go into the doorknobs, we'll do the computer keyboards,
Okay.
we'll do the handrails on the chairs, and everything that you know or think is a high-touch area you want to wipe.
So probably the idea is to move sequentially through a room, right? So that you don't miss something.
Yes, it's almost systematic. Everything that you come across that you know is a high-touch area, like the light switches and the doorknobs, you give a good wipe.
Right. And how often are you trading out rags?
I'll trade out a rag probably maybe two rags per room, depending on the size of the room, or until you can see physical discoloration in your rag.
Okay.
Okay.
So talk a little bit about buildup and what that does.
Well, what happens is over a period of time, just like with anything, after it's touched repeatedly, there's a buildup, and the buildup is invisible. Most times it's not visible to the naked eye. Mm-hmm. But what we do is, because we know that there are high traffic and high touch areas, what we do is we wipe them anyway. Better safe than sorry at Cleveland Fire and Water Restoration.
There you go.
Yes, sir. So after I do the handrails, I'll spray my rag again.
And so as far as on these keyboards, on the phones and everything, that doesn't leave anything that would harm an individual or it doesn't hurt the electronics?
It's completely user-friendly. Okay. Will not hurt electronics, doesn't hurt pets, and it doesn't hurt people. Mm-hmm. You want the mouse, nice wipe down, telephone, especially the handle and the receiver.
Ah.
But not exclusive to those.
Yes.
Earpiece, mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm. I did. Yeah.
All your door handles, your drawers. Over on this side, pretty much the same deal. And my mask is down, excuse me for that, because I'm speaking into the camera. But ordinarily I would have on the mask, full face here, mm-hmm. and gloves.
Very good.
Okay. Down. Any area that you think can be touched or reached by the human hand, you wipe.
So this would mean refrigerator handles in the break rooms, all the chairs, all the surfaces, yes. Coffee pots, coffee handles.
Well, you want to be careful around anything that's a food product.
Okay.
Anything that's drinkable.
Okay.
We'd be extra careful though in those areas to just spray our rags and not the surfaces.
Gotcha.
Okay, but you definitely don't want to. You want to cover any food, that might be eaten at some point after we're done. Mm-hmm. Top off any drinks, and anything that you think is edible, make sure it's covered up.
Cover them up. The idea, most importantly, is to be organized and systematically move through your place and use good products. Take your time, wear gloves, wear masks, be safe, and you'll be protecting your staff.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Randy. What we've done is switch from the offices and the hallways into the bathrooms. And the routine is pretty much the same. You want to make sure that you wipe the high touch areas, but because it's a bathroom, you want to be sure to change out your rags a little bit more than you would if you were in an area that wasn't the bathroom. And you start off with the areas as you enter into the room, the switches, the handles, the knobs, and then you'll move over to the urinal and the toilet, or the toilet. And if that is the last thing you wipe, then when you're done with that toilet clean, sanitizing, then you throw that rag away and you start fresh. Earlier I spoke about how if you see visible signs of discoloration on your rag, then that's true in most cases. But in the bathroom, especially after you've done the toilet, you want to make sure that you wrap that rag up and throw it away and then start fresh.
Yeah, high bacteria area no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yes, and everything that we don't get with all the high touch areas, we get those with the rag and the wipe down. But we're going to use our fogger to fog every bathroom and every other area so that we get the areas that we did not get with the wipe down.
So yeah, in essence, we really want to talk about the fogger as our catch-all.
Yes.
Where we don't miss a thing. It goes down into the nooks and crannies and encapsulates everything. So high touch is knocking off some of the product that might be there that's already dead bacteria or dead even skin products.
Yes.
And so then this fogger is really the item with the virucidal in there that continues to kill.
Yes.
And is the way that we ensure that we've really done what we needed to do in order to sanitize the place.
To make sure that it's been sanitized, absolutely. Like you say, the fogger, it emits a mist, and like you said earlier, that mist will go into the areas that we don't even see sometimes or can't reach with the rag and the wipe. So that is the complete sanitization of a bathroom.
Right, and that also even goes into the HVAC system. When we look at these vents, it sucks it up in there and then it kills pathogens in those areas as well.
Exactly. This is our standard fogger that we use, and again, what we do is a catch-all and an application to those areas that we cannot reach with the rags. And you can actually stand right here in the bathroom doorway and fog the entire room. But you want to be careful to the light switches and the electrical outlets.
Okay, makes sense.
Quick process. Doesn't take you figure you got a 16 square foot room there, it doesn't take but a second.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
And we just move sequentially through the whole place,
Through
just
the
like
whole
that.
place. I've got a row of bathrooms here. I'll apply to those just as I did to that one. And then lickety split, in a few minutes you've done everything that can be done to sanitize this area.
So then when we come back, if the house staff does a good job of doing the high touch areas, then if we come back every, let's say 4 to 6 weeks and do a fogging, then really they're keeping their place pretty clean.
That would actually do a very good job of keeping the bacteria levels down. And it does have a residual, but you do want to come back and reapply, like you say, every month or so.
So we've already done the high touch, now we're just fogging. When supply is doing their part and trying to stay healthy.